It's Golden Road to speaking.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Drunk's Beer Review. Today, we will be reviewing Hangar Beer, Hangar 24. The show is co-hosted with Ty and myself, Coach Ray Z. How you doing today, Ty?
I'm good, Coach Ray. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good overall. Recovering well. Uh, with the shadow, kind of looks like you have some futuristic Stender shades on.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm seeing if I can get out of that real quick. Let me see. You like
There
better?
you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Much better. Okay. So I know what you're talking about, and our audience doesn't. I've been curious to ask you this whole time. You did the LA Marathon this past Sunday. How was it?
For me, it was a like really really fun. Something I really missed with the whole COVID pandemic, the whole life racing. It was it was good seeing people just cheering, the running clubs, the people that I know running, the people along the side, people that seen me that I didn't get a chance to see them, or I seen people, but I was just too tired to even say, "Hey, what's going on?" Um, so overall, it was really good. Uh, I don't know if you got to check it. I think it was the last Friday had Sean Viramontes on, and him,
No.
Steven, um, Hung, Thomas. They all ran the marathon together in honor tribute to Brandon Wilson, who passed away. So that was
Rest in
rest in
peace.
peace. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. The they changed the course, and the ending was a little bit tougher. But
Did Tito end up doing it?
no,
I
no,
thought he
he
was
did. He
supposed to.
didn't end up doing it. Um,
No.
I ended up, when it got tough, I thought about Brandon and the tribute to him, and also my cousin David Medrano, who was a local high school teacher at Azusa High for like 40 years, who has pretty much been running the LA Marathon too, just about every year. He might have missed one, and I think he knew he wouldn't be in condition to run it this year, so he said he was going to volunteer, but he was battling pancreatic cancer, and he passed away on Tuesday. So
Oh man.
I knew, when you're on your deathbed, and I've seen the pain. I've seen many family members pass away from that. So I thought about that, and I'm like, man, what you're feeling is nothing. Keep going, and I use that as a motivating during the marathon. So it was a bittersweet, but overall, it was a great experience, and I'm excited to go back because I didn't get the time that I wanted. Um, I but I improved, and you know, I'm going in the right direction, and so I have
Okay,
another
there you go.
roughly 3 months to get ready to do it again because the next one's in March.
Yeah, you were paused at that point where you're talking about the time that you wanted. What what was it in your mind that made you that prevented you from getting the time that you wanted?
Um, uh, I hate to make excuses, but I really feel that it was just I didn't train at the end. At the end, it was a horrible training. I probably went maybe I don't know 3 weeks without really getting in. Like the last 3 weeks, I didn't get what I wanted to get in. I knew uh, just a lot stuff going on, so I didn't get it in. Unfortunately, I, I would say that's what caused it. Just kind of knowing what's going on with my family, spending time with them, uh, not having a car. For me, I like to do the long runs with people, not by myself. I can do like 10 milers pretty much all day by myself. But once I get over that, I like to do it with people and not having a car to go drive to a running group that's going to run like 20 miles. I would say didn't help me, but no excuses. I went in there and of course, try and hit sub 4 regardless. There's a lot of people, but they didn't have a lot of people this year.
Oh
Porta
no.
potties with about maybe 8,000 people,
Oh
9,000
wow.
people.
No
Yeah,
way.
small turnout compared to what we're used to. But I understand it's in November, and maybe a lot of people were afraid of the weather, um,
And the
also,
virus.
and the virus.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have
So
it right away in March.
are they really?
Yeah, the next
Okay, I'm
one's
gonna have to definitely sign
March.
up. What is a normal? The normal is like 20, 25. Am I wrong?
I
Thousand?
think 25 probably is like the max they've ever had.
Yeah.
They range, I would say, between like 21 and 23,000
That,
participants.
that's less than half. That's pretty significant for an LA marathon because it's pretty much like people from all across the country, much less the world, will seek the LA marathon just because it's California like that, and it's just a great route to run as a marathoner.
Although I got to say, the ending was uphill. It was Everybody was talking about that. The ending was
How
uphill.
many miles?
Like maybe it seemed like the last 6 miles were uphill. Right when you get to the
Oh
beach, you turn
wow.
back, and then I really complained. I did my review right away. You know, you have a beer garden where you have to climb stairs at the end. You have to walk to the beer garden. Then you have to climb
So
stairs.
you cross the finish line and you still have to cross the stairs up, and you're like
No, you have to walk.
nimble and
You have to walk a
yeah.
while, a little bit, to get to the beer
Uh,
garden. Once you get to the beer garden, then you have to walk upstairs, a couple stairs, quite a few. Then there was very few seats for the runners, and then you have to walk downstairs. Which, if you've ever run a marathon, that's not easy to do after you run a marathon. So
exactly.
you make the runners kind of walk far, which I'm okay with. I've done other marathons, fine, but at least have more seats for the marathoners. You didn't have any
Also, a
seats in the
bunch of
beer garden.
pedestrians.
I you
So
know
a bunch
I
of yeah. So go on.
I pretty much told them, the people who come up with your brilliant ideas, have they ever run a marathon? Do they know what it's like wanting to sit down when you're tired and there's no seats available? So I let them have it on their review, see what they say. Hopefully
Nice.
they change it.
That's exactly what I thought when you said it. Was they must have never run a marathon to know how the rubber leg feels and how just sitting down is not what a want for a marathoner, but a need. Right? It's time to sit. If I'm gonna drink a beer, I need to just completely be. I'd rather I don't need a cool, like, comfortable chair or recliner. A wall would be fine. Just let me sit, stretch my legs out, and drink this beer. Right? So that's horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they had a couple of chairs, but there was no extra preparation for the runners at all. Um, so as we're talking today, we're going to be reviewing Hangar 24, which is a. I didn't have much chance to read on it, but I got the orange wheat. This one's not very strong. It's a 4.6, but it's supposedly picked with local oranges, and I believe it's from Redlands, California.
Yeah,
And
definitely so.
over here, we're pretty well known for pretty much all California, where citrus is grown pretty well. And I've gone to Redlands. In fact, that's where the Big Bear Marathon just ended last week. So I'm looking forward to trying this one. I'm not sure if I've had it. And which one are you trying today?
I'm going to get it right now. I have two that I really wanted to concentrate on the beer you have. I've had it before, and just wanted to tell you I'm very happy that you get to try this for the first time. First time you remember anyway. But this beer is their creme de la creme. This is their breadwinner. This is the beer that really got them on the map. I've tried this probably about 10 years ago. I've probably been drinking the orange wheat for 10 years. It's one of those beers where I have like my house beer, whether my house beer was whatever it was at the time to what it is now, and my bar beer. And this Hanger 24 Orange Wheat is an exceptional beer just for like if I want to have 5 6 beers with the friends. It's a great day beer. It's a great barbecue beer. It's one of those all accessible beers that are really good, really refreshing. And I looked into like you were right. You're spot on with the Redlands thing. But Redlands is a community where they pride themselves in locals only, like a local freshness to this beer is great. Like the Orange Grove is down the street from the brewery. The reason why they got the name Hangar 24 is because the owner, Cook, I have it right here, Ben Cook, excuse me. He used to fly. He's a pilot, so he used to fly out of the Redlands Airport. And after that, he had his his brews that he made it himself. He crafted himself back in the day. I believe they may be 20 years old. And after that, after they fly, him and his buddies would fly, land their planes out of Redlands Airport, and then go to Hangar 24 before the name Hangar 24, and bring out the barbecue pits, barbecue, drink his beers. Orange Wheat specifically was his number one, and clown, joke around, have fun. Just just the homies having fun after flying for on every Saturday. They used to do this, and he named it Hangar 24 because he was like, I want a community beer that's close to home. So everything about Redlands is very. It's a if anyone's from California, they know, or Southern California, more specifically, Redlands is in San Bernardino County. San Bernardino County is not known to be like a nice place to live in. There's a lot of bad areas, San Bernardino, Rialto, Fontana, that are people that classify as hood or ghetto. Redlands is a really old town with old money, and there's a lot of mansions, a lot of estates there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So their water, the oranges that Hangar 24 uses for orange wheat comes from the orange groves down the street from them, and it's not older than 2 days from when they pick it to when it goes to the brewery to when they distill it or to when they brew it. Excuse me. The process for orange wheat takes 2 weeks from the picking of the orange till it's bottled, which is pretty impressive. So I'm curious to see how you like it, how you enjoy it. That's nice.
Wait,
That's
wait.
nice.
You said it takes how long?
2 weeks from the picking of the orange till it's bottled or kegged. 2 weeks. It's a pretty fast beer, and they're big on it. Fresh is better because those are fresh oranges you're tasting. Fresh oranges.
It's good. I like it. It doesn't taste very strong, and I didn't think it would with a 4.6. I was thinking it tasted a little bit more like the blood orange beers. I
Oh,
think I'm a
really?
bigger fan of any type of like blood orange beers. There's a lot of brewers make them now. But no, this is a good beer, and I could see how it's like people. I was reading some reviews like this is a great summertime beer to drink, but I think with the blue moons, I realized, man, they make you put on weight quickly, like any wheat beer. So I think that's probably why I've stayed away from wheat beer for a while. But this was pretty good, actually. It doesn't taste heavy or nothing.
That's a great example. Like the Blue Moons, the what are the other ones with any beer that you put an orange in? Typically, this beer does not make you feel bloated at all, and a lot to do with the water. They said that the water is from Redlands itself. It's from the San Bernardino Mountains, and Redlands has a contract where no one's allowed to touch the water. So even like the residents get fresh mountain water that goes straight to the spring and is untouched by anyone else, and
Hmm.
that's the advantage that they have within the water and the fresh orange grove that's the orange grove that's down the street from them. So yeah, you're not gonna with orange wheat. I've never like I could drink 6, 8 of them and not feel bloated or like usually these wheat beers or these Heffenweizens make
Yeah.
you feel bloated. And, they can have like 2 or 3 and you're like, oh no, let me switch to a Modelo or whatever. But you don't get that with this beer at all. And I think it's a great everyday beer, great summertime beer, great day beer. Yeah, I've always been impressed by that beer. I didn't have to try it now because I could talk about it enough just because I'm a big fan of it. That being said, let me get the two that I've never tried out.
Yeah, when I was out shopping, looking for it, some hanger beers, uh, it wasn't easy to find. I had to go to Bevmo, and then the girl there, she was knowledgeable on it, and she mentioned a couple of the beers which they were out of stock. They mentioned some chocolate one. I'm not a huge chocolate beer fan. And then she mentioned another one called like Hanger Betty. I think Betty Page or Betty something. And when we went to go look, it wasn't there. And then we were checking for any seasonal beers, and they were just out of stock. Um, so I don't know if it's just not distributed that much, or it's just a really popular beer. Because I did go to a couple of liquor stores and say I used to carry that, and I don't get it anymore. But it's a great brewery. I remember drinking their beer like at Outback Steakhouse. You could just get it on tap. Um, but since then, I don't really remember what it was. And with so many different breweries now, I haven't had a drink of a hanger in a while. So me and Ty thought it would be a good beer to review here. Um, Even on the beer can, you can see the little airplane, which I wasn't aware that uh, he was a pilot. I have gone to Redlands before. They're kind of more well known for, I believe they have a college over there, and
Yes, Redlands
that's about
University.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about
That's
all I
about
know
it.
about them.
Yeah, they're yeah. I've known. I had a buddy that lived that grew up in Colton that that loves that brags about Redland, just how awesome it is to be there. So that it's a great little small town, college town, bed and breakfast, old money, great estates, and beer. Now, anyway, I overheard you as I was getting the beer, and the beer you're talking about, I'm not going to review, is the Betty IPA.
Oh, you got it.
That's the one. Yeah, I have it. I this is like the last of the six pack I got a few weeks back because we were supposed to review Hangar 24 a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's a good IPA. Um, um, I like the IPAs. I like a lot better than this, but I won't go into details. I don't want to review this one today. But it's the Betty IPA. This is their IPA. This is their standard, like the Lagunitas IPA or
Got it.
Elysian's Space Dust. It's good. It's good. That's This one I never had. This is I'm trying the Mango Island from Hangar 24,
Oh,
and it is where it is. Do you
what's
have a
it called
computer you
again?
can look it up? Mango Island. Go ahead and look it up as I pour it. I didn't really get information on it. This is a very fresh.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
And while you're opening it up, I was thinking, for the next show, because we do this show every Monday, every 2 weeks. I was kind of looking up like national popular IPAs. That way we can try and get some more participation. And what do you think about maybe doing Sierra Nevada? They're a national, well known, and they have some good IPAs as well.
They really do. They really do. I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah, just because they're bigger, that doesn't mean they can't be covered. Because they've come out Sierra Nevada as well as what's that other one I see at you mentioned Outback. There's another one. Is that Sierra Nevada? It's always at Outback. And oh, it was what is the Boston one? Samuel Adams. Even them, they
Oh,
have some
Samuel
beers.
Adams,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, okay, it's a good beer.
Well,
They're still doing their thing.
yeah, on the website I actually found they listed a Japanese beer as the number one IPA, which now I'm like, hmm. And the Goose, which I've had it before, Goose Island,
Goose
that's a good
Island.
IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good IPA.
One more
Definitely
thing
check out.
about Hangar 24, Ray, that I heard you talking about it, and the reason why it's hard for you to find. I remember you had a hard time finding it a couple weeks ago, and I researched it, and it makes sense. They only just uh, distribute in Southern California and Central California. So this is like what I see all the time. Where I thought like Hangar 24, I thought they're pretty much like an Elysian on the Elysian level, but
No,
they are not. They're very local, only because they want you to try it fresh. They're really big on that. So
and
to
even the local ones, they weren't like liquor stores. They were like breweries, like where you got to go and buy. Like it wasn't just like easy to get. That looks pretty nice though.
it came out a little sour. It came out like milky a little bit. There's a lot to it when I poured it. Let me try it again.
And I'll see if I can pull it up at the same time. Gives me an opportunity to. I know the 49ers were winning, and I'm pretty sure it's a done deal.
Oh yeah, Rams, right? What's the score?
Oh, it was over. It was like 37-7,
No
something like that.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
What'd you expect? What'd you expect?
Well,
Let's see.
that's funny. It's been a lot of upsets this week.
Oh, yeah. Actually, let's see. I didn't really get to watch them too much. So this he Hitachino Ness Japanese Classic Ale is the number one beer on this website, and I'm like, that looks pretty good. I was looking up national IPAs, and they have Sierra Nevada as number 12 with a Thankful IPA. That one's really hoppy.
Number
However,
12
they
nationally?
uh, from one website,
Oh, from
but
okay.
they have a variety. I believe Torpedoes is the other one. That one's a good IPA as well.
Torpedo is good. I like torpedo. Yeah, that's pretty high volume. Bingo.
Your internet's lagging right there a little bit. You're like frozen. And so while you're unfreezing, let's see if we can look up as well oh, and there he is gone. Technical difficulties. It might be his internet. It may not. Let's see. I see you still there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
Light. It doesn't seem
There we
like it's
go.
very intense at all.
We lost you for a second. You were out in internet black hole.
Yeah, I saw that. At what point did you lose me? What was I
Uh,
saying?
didn't hear. Not sure. Not sure
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
Yeah, it's a really good beer. It's subtle. It's I could drink like six of these no problem. I feel like it's light. It's actually lighter than the orange wheat.
Well, no way. The alcohol
Yeah,
percentage?
yeah.
What is it?
No, I'm not sure about the alcohol percentage because like it doesn't say on the can. But as far as just going down, it's a really light beer. I thought it just advertises Mango Island. That's it. Trop. Oh, it's IPA. Okay, this is a light IPA. Like it's. I would definitely recommend it. Oh, here it is, right here. I'm lying.
And does it
No, no.
really taste like
It's
mango?
5.8. It's
Oh,
5.8.
that's not bad.
Yeah, not
Is
bad
it
at
a
all.
just a hint of mango, or can you really taste it?
Oh yeah, it's very subtle. The mango. It's not overbearing at all. I'm not sure if that disappoints people at all. Like I don't want to taste a lot of mango or fruit in my beer. Period. Um, it's very well done. It's very well made. It's subtle. You get the taste of the essence of mango without being overpowering at all. Um, yeah, this is a good beer. I would definitely have it again. I would if I gave you a beer, like if I gave you this beer, I wouldn't say it's a mango beer. I just give you a beer. Here, it's
Hmm.
that cool. It's a good beer.
And yeah, this one I'm gonna give it a hmm. For being a 4.6, I was gonna kind of be like, it's not that good, just for the alcohol. But no, it's a pretty good beer, and I don't feel like really. I know it's probably gonna be one, but usually with the other type of wheats, you could kind of already feel it. This one, I'm good. I don't really
A
feel
little bit.
full. Yeah,
Are you? Do you like Hefeweizens? Because that's what the American wheat beer is. It's like a Hefeweizen.
yeah.
Which
I
one?
mean,
Which one?
I used to drink them, but then they make you put on weight quickly.
Yeah, it's wheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how
So
people
I
like you go
I
to a restaurant like Chipotle or something like that, or anywhere where you substitute a brown rice for a white rice. When you actually look at the calorie content, and wheat is always more calories, but it just what burns easier.
mm,
It's funny. People think that they're like save on calories or because of wheat, and that's not the case.
well, no. After the marathon, I pretty much have gone on an all shit diet. I've And now I think I got like maybe one more week, and then I'll clean it up. I'm just like binge eating whatever the hell I want. I drank
Yes, you're
soda
right.
too
That's
for the
oh
first time in
soda.
a long
What kind
time.
of soda?
I don't. I drank a Coke.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's about
yeah.
right. I had a Coke today.
No, I hadn't drank one in months just because I was training. I was like, I'm going to give up soda. It's bad for you, and so I just stopped. And I'm like, after the marathon, I'm gonna have a soda. And I was so tired that day, I didn't even have a soda, so I waited till like the next day.
What
I
kind
had
of beer
beer
do they
though.
offer at the beer garden?
Uh, I, geez, they had a few. I think I kept getting Heinekens.
Okay,
Heinekens. Yeah, yeah.
that's pretty good. So they had a good variety, and it wasn't like a limit, like one ticket, two tickets.
You could buy more. You could buy more tickets to buy more beer, and we were pretty much there till they closed down the beer garden. So,
As you should be.
yeah, yeah. It was good times overall. Good times. I'm looking forward to it, and uh, yeah, there's about 90 days till LA Marathon 2022
Is it signups already available?
already. Yep, and you can.
Okay,
Yeah, it's probably the lowest price of the year
right now,
right now.
right now. Okay.
How's it? How's your knee feeling? Did you get your workout in today?
I did not get my workout today. As you heard, I have a lot going on. Once again, good thing about everything is I'm home. This is my house. This is my front yard. This is my front yard. My driveway. And yeah, but I have a lot more going on, so I didn't get to work out today. I just found out that another one of my kids got tested positive for COVID. So it's my oldest son. So I had to make sure he was okay and doing our thing. We all got tested again, so that's kind of like that. But I don't want to. I want to make this about beer and running, but everything's okay on our side. He's fine. He's sleeping it off right now. There's no crazy symptoms, no fever right now. So just monitoring him, and yeah, so I couldn't just go out for a run. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because everyone's kind of cool and content, and I got the next week off of work because I
Oh,
might be
nice.
positive, so
Mm.
gotta monitor myself. And for now, the beer has never been a problem, and I hear it's actually there's been studies done that beer is better for you. Like it helps you combat the COVID. I mean, think about it. If you have sanitizers and all that, I'm sanitizing my system right now. So I'm
uh,
thinking a stronger IPA would be best next, right?
yeah, yeah. Although you weren't a big fan of the Betty, but
No,
that's
we can
interesting. What
do
about the
that
knee?
next. But I have another one. I'll bring it out right now. Do
Wait,
you
you
have
have
yours?
another you have another hanger besides
I
that one?
do. Yeah, I wanted to do the
Oh,
two because
which one?
I've had the Betty. I wanted to do two new ones. See,
Oh
the
yeah,
other
what's
one
the other
is
one?
a guava induced one. I forgot the name. I'll bring it out right now. Actually, let me just finish this one because
Yeah, yeah.
um,
I'm not a fan of the guava, so I'm glad you're doing that one. I'm just
okay, I'm not a
actually.
big fan of guava, nor am I a hater of it. So it'd be
Hmm.
interesting.
And what about the knee? Have you had a
Um,
chance to fill up
I've been
feel out
waiting.
the knee?
I've been waiting to come home. I've been waiting to come home, and I'm gonna. I've done a few normal 6 milers, but tomorrow morning, well, with everything going on, tomorrow morning, if I'm able to, I want to do my normal 8 miler that I use my everyday on the same route that I'm used to, and see how my knee really feels, and I'll let you know. I'm curious to see how my knee. I feel like I'm doing great. The best thing I did, and I talked to a couple buddies of ours. One of them you finished marathon with you created a great profile picture with. And he said like the best. I was happy that he told me is like the best thing you did was take time off because I'm a little older, and I was stubborn with just running so many miles this year, where I probably just overdid it. Not to say that you can overdo it because I'm influenced by people like you, David Goggins, Gene Carnassus. You know what I mean? There's no over. The hunter, what's his name? You know, Cam Haines. I'm influenced by like I get my influence from some strong men. And as well as women. There's that chick, the Mohab, the woman with Rachel. What's her name? I'm influenced by some strong people, and so in my mind, my goal was to do 2,000 miles this year, which is nothing to these people I'm mentioning, probably even yourself. But I went to, I think, 1,200 miles by July, and my knee just did something that it's never done before, and I never felt the pain that I felt before. Um, Not necessarily initially, but after the fact, where it's just like, man, this hurts. This hurts really bad. This is not good, and I should stop. I should let it heal because I want to run forever. I want to run well into my 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, etc. So I took 2 months off. So I only did 2 6 milers since then. Don't get me wrong, I've been working out every day as far as weights, and elliptical has been my best friend, and I'm a big fan of it now, as I stated before. But yeah, I'm gonna try the 8 miler tomorrow, man, and I hope on my regular route, there's a lot of incline. It's cool. It's a little it's trail. It's street. It's a little boat, and hopefully I'm okay. Because I need this is life. This is not just a podcast. Running and drinking. It's my mental clarity. It's my stress reliever. Both. And hand in hand. There's not one that's better than the other. I would if I had my choice, I'd probably choose running over drinking, and that's saying a lot if anyone knows me. You feel me?
Well, I am glad you did take the time off, but I think that in most cases, unless you have just like maybe some sort of a sprain or inflammation, taking time off isn't going to make whatever's hurting you stronger or repair it. It's just giving it time off. Whatever's hurting you, think of it as like, oh, it's a signal. My body's telling me where I'm weak, where I need to work to fix
Mm,
myself. So it's basically telling you I'm weak right here. Pay attention. It's not like, oh, give me time off. No, it's like there's something weak around here that I need to make stronger. So I still recommend, you know, ATG, because they have the best knee workouts, and you could. It's like a lot of runners don't, or just a lot of athletes don't do proper cross training. But why get into heavy weight if you can't even dominate your own body weight? So
for sure.
it's
I,
and
I
and not about just like lifting weight. It's like dominating it, and then you move up to the next weight. Where you're like 100% like good and moving on instead of straining yourself because you're just giving all your effort and you're not fully strong everywhere.
You care to elaborate on dominating it? I'm not clear on that. What do you mean by dominating it?
Like let's say I don't know, you're gonna bench a 100 pounds and that's your max, and you're like, "Ugh," and you barely get it up. Well, that's lifting weights, but and then next week you're like, well, I got 100 up. I'm gonna move up to 120, but you barely got it up. You
Got
didn't
you.
dominate it. You didn't go,
You didn't
no
you
problem,
didn't
breathe.
dominate the
Like
100 pounds yet to move up to
yeah, you're just
120.
like, oh, and
Yeah,
now you're
yeah, yeah.
looking to move up.
Got you.
It's not gonna help you. Uh, it's probably just gonna more hurt you. But yeah, I always look to where I was sore after the marathon, and which I already had a really good idea. I've already narrowed down my weaknesses, and
What was
that's
that?
where it's the lower hamstring part for me. Because I've been doing the things to make that stronger. Today I ran maybe Today I ran for the first time since the marathon, so I did maybe like 2 miles, two and a half,
Oh, okay.
and then besides that, I did my slant board training or just stretching. It's so good to just stretch on it, and and then my Achilles, I did some with the slant board, some
Mhm.
training for the Achilles, and that was pretty much it.
Out of
Where as
curiosity,
far as working out,
out of curiosity, you said you ran like 2 miles or whatever. Do you have a planned mileage for the day normally today, or is it kind of like you were just kind of see how you felt, or
yeah, I was just seeing how I felt.
yeah,
There
yeah.
there there is no at least for the remainder of this week, anything I do is just for fun. There's no there's no method behind the madness. Once after that, I will go back to like there's a purpose for each run and what I'm trying to do.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense. Okay, this beer is done. It's a really good beer. I'd have this again. Let me get the next one.
And that was a Hanger 24
Mango Island.
Mango Mango Island, which is an IPA, 5.8, which is a local brewery right here in Redlands, California, which is in San Bernardino, aka San Bernardino, as some people like to call it. Um, and I think it at one point it was also like the meth capital of United States. So that's why a lot of people don't really have a lot of good things to say about it, but it's developed very nice over the years. Now they have like Ontario Mills, which is, I believe, the largest mall in Southern California. They have like a replica of uh, Rodeo Drive. It's called Off Rodeo Drive, and they have like comedy stores and now comedy improv. It's very well, like it's not like it was back then. Like Fontana is a city out in San Bernardino, and it used to be called Funtucky because there was nothing around there, no gas stations, no nothing. But now it's really developed. Um, but it seems to be like on the north side is where it gets nice, and then it gets still pretty ghetto. Once you go south of maybe a street called Foothill, which is really Route 66 or historic Route 66, which, from my understanding, will take you from California all the way to Florida. You might have to detour a little bit, but it'll get you to Florida. I saw that can; it looked very colorful. Let's check out that
Yeah.
can.
You're talking about Foothill. It's funny. I was just talking to our buddy Aaron about how Foothill. We're talking about like if you live below or above Foothill, that's how you can tell your status. And it's very true. I was just doing from like Pasadena to uh, San Bernardino. It's like Foothill Boulevard, the Route 66, classic Route 66. That's like if you live above Foothill, you're doing okay. Live below Foothill,
Yeah,
That's funny you
and
mentioned
then
that.
after that, it changes because then you got all this. LA gets bigger, and then as you get closer to the beach, properties go up. Well, that's interesting. I don't
Yeah,
think
so
I've
check
seen
it
that
out.
one.
Yeah, I was lucky to find a couple of them. So it's categorized as a tropical fruit beer. Orange guayaba is the name, or orange guava, and it is a. And again, I meant to research this, but I had so much going on. It's 4%, so I'm already a little disappointed.
Hmm.
But I do want to try it for its taste. 4%.
Uh,
That's like Budweiser level, isn't it?
I
Modelo
wonder.
level.
Guavas can be grown here for sure. I remember I had a guava tree in my backyard growing up. I don't know about mangoes. I wonder if all their beers are like locally picked.
From what I researched, even their pumpkin ale was like their friends had a pumpkin patch in Redlands, and they would all like get together drinking on Saturday, and like even like pick out the pumpkin seeds themselves before they put it in the mixer. So I would assume so because they pride themselves on that very much. It's a big Redlands thing they have where it's very everything's local. So I would assume they grew their own guava trees. So 4% tropical fruit beer, and it's ale and brewed with whole local oranges. It gives it away in the can. Brewed with whole local oranges and fresh guava. So it didn't say
Hmm.
local guava. So there, that answers the question right there.
That's interesting. They put orange in. I wonder if they put like orange in all of their beer. Did you get a chance to see if that was an ingredient in the mango beer?
It is. Yeah, it says brewed with fresh oranges.
Oh, so all their beers have oranges. Interesting. Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing because the orange groves are down the street from them. I would assume that all their beers, maybe not the Betty IPA. I'll look at that. I have it right here, so I'll look at that right now.
So far we have reviewed what three different Hangar. Well, you're on the third one right now. Hangar 24 beers from Redlands, California, located in San Bernardino. I've tried the orange wheat, which is a 4.6, and overall I like it. It's good. It's not like really heavy. It doesn't make me feel bloated. I'm on my second one, and Ty here has a what? You're on your second beer now. The
Second beer, orange guava.
orange guava.
It's a tropical fruit beer. That's what they want you to know it as. I Compared to the first beer, it's the fruit. I definitely taste more fruit, and I definitely taste a more artificial taste to it,
Mm.
which is probably a testament. The reason why I like the first beer is probably more testament to the local freshness of the orange, because I'm tasting something artificial, kind of like trying like a fruit seltzer or something like that, or something more generic. Um, it's not bad, but me trying the first beer first and me knowing what orange wheat tastes like from this Hangar 24 from this brewery that I hold in high regard, I don't want to diss it, but it's not that great compared to the two I've tried from them. I
Are
even
you
put the
giving it a
Betty
what are you giving it out of five frosty mugs? Is it a
five
two?
frosty mugs. Let me try it one more time because I want to be fair. Because they make a superior orange wheat, and this mango one is really good. And
Well, I'll give the orange wheat. I'll give it a. I will give it a four. Four frosty mugs.
four is pretty good because you weren't happy with the alcohol percentage, right?
That's
Um,
why I'm giving it a four. I mean, the taste
that's
is
pretty
good.
strong.
Yeah, it
I
should be a
I
three just for the alcohol percentage, but it's not a bad tasting beer. So
I
I'm being
think it's
generous today.
I think it deserves more than not a bad tasting beer. It's a great tasting beer. It can
It
get
is
you
for being wheat. Like I was
there.
just really kind of surprised. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a good tasting beer.
Orange wheat's a good beer, and out of the four beers, three we reviewed, I think orange wheat is still the best. But the mango one is really good. Or excuse me, was it the mango? Yeah, the mango one was really good. The guayaba not so much. The weakest of the anything I tried from Hanger 24 as far as taste.
So that Betty
It tastes a little
IPA.
sour, to be honest. It tastes like a sour. There's like a little hint of
Mm,
sourness to it. I'm not sure where that would come from. I don't know if that's how the guava ferments. It just tastes a little more sour than orange does. Where orange gets, you get this, the citrus zest of it. It never tastes sour. I'm not sure guavas do that, but it tastes like a sour, like not strong, but I hate sours. But I'm tasting a little bit of sourness to it.
yeah, I'm not a fan of the sour beers at all.
I'll drink it this, but I wouldn't have it again. I will finish it, and there's some beers that we reviewed that I never finished. Uh, in particular, that Mexican Beer Day. Remember we had that sour
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
I still have them in the fridge right now. Bad purchase.
yeah,
Yeah, I would drink this, but I wouldn't drink it again.
yeah. This one. Just because I don't really drink wheat beer again, I would drink this again, but I wouldn't go out of my way to find it. Do you know if their Betty IPA is the strongest IPA they have, or do they have a stronger IPA than that?
No, 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 no. They have a double IPA and a triple IPA.
Okay. Have you ever
I
had
believe the
those?
triple is. I believe I have not. I believe the triple is a 10%.
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't had those, and I'm curious about that. Actually, I when I went to buy these two, I was looking for a beer that they had that I read about that was a double IPA called the Orange Wedge Double IPA, and I read the reviews on it, and people were like just like bragging about it, saying it's a awesome double IPA where you don't even feel that it's a double IPA as far as the hops, and it's just a really good, smooth, drinkable beer with a lot of kick, a lot of volume. And I couldn't find it, and I didn't. I meant to find it today, but I know I had these two beers anyway, so I didn't really try that hard with everything going on. So the orange wedge is something that we'll try together. I'll get one, you can get one. We'll talk about it just between us because we have a lot more breweries to talk about. But that was on my list though. The double IPA orange wedge. I hear it's really good. Um, Reading what I read today about how exclusive they are to just California makes me kind of want to try their beers even more because you like people from again I thought like I thought they were like an Elysian because I seen Hangar you've seen Hangar 24 for years, right? It's very Southern California. It's very exclusive to us, so that's kind of cool. um the Betty is one of their famous like this is their popular. It's cool, but I like Lagunitas IPA better, and that's like I can get that anywhere.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. So I think they what their best is orange wheat so far. The first one I tried is their best. Second is the mango. Mango's pretty good. It's very subtle. I like it. As a company, as I love what they're doing, I will try it. Their other beer. They have a lot of beers actually. If you pull up the menu, they have like a good amount of beers, like a good selection and everything. But yeah, orange wheat's where it's at. Like I would definitely suggest orange wheat to anyone that's never tried them for the first time. If you want to like just see where they're coming from, and they pride themselves on the oranges and the freshness of it. Again, it's bottled in 2 weeks from orange from off the tree to in a bottle 2 weeks, and that's pretty impressive.
I would like to know if they do a blood orange. I think of all the orange beers. Blood oranges are what I prefer. That they're strong and really good tasting, and you can actually kind of taste like the orange a bit. On this one, I don't really even taste like a hint of orange.
Oh, you don't? You feel like it's more like a just a Hefeweizen, just like a wheat beer?
Yeah, I mean maybe a little bit at the end. You get that flavor.
Yeah, that's all it should be. The thing about it is they put a lot of oranges in it that are fresh, and and the people that they deal with that have the orange groves, they pick from what I saw on YouTube. They pick the best oranges for them because it's local and it's a Redlands thing, and they pick the sweetest oranges for them. So I taste the orange like I taste a Hefeweizen with the orange slice in it, without and with the with without the orange slice, it tastes as fresh as an orange slice, but a little bit better where you don't even need it. So I think that's a compliment to how good local farming is to a brewery.
I gotta say though, their beer locator on their website is broken. I tried it on my cell phone
Oh,
and on
really?
my computer. I'm like, all right, where can I get your beer? And since it was broken, I didn't really look around more at like the website and check out all the other beers. And then as I'm going to the stores, like all the seasonal beers coming out right now. Um, so I definitely think we'll have to be looking into that as well. Some seasonal beer.
Yeah, I'd be
I don't,
curious.
but yeah, well, thinking, well, what do you think about doing for the next show? How does the Sierra Nevada sound to you?
I'm more than okay with that. Okay with that. I would like to give more local talent shine, but I'm
I
a
would
fan of
too.
Torpedo. Do we have to review that? I'd like
We
to get
could
more people involved. Where like
that
if
that that's what I'm saying. Local, it's going to be more difficult to get people involved, but something like that. There's a variety pack by Sierra Nevada. That's what I was thinking of getting, and it's got like different IPAs.
okay,
The Torpedo is one of them. But then on actually, this Save the Robot sounds pretty good, but the Dankful IPA or
Save the robot. Explain. Do tell. What is that?
They have it listed at number 4. It says Radiant Pig Save the Robot is dope microbrewery from Brooklyn, now owned by our
Well, that's
neighbors.
the name of a microbrewery.
Yeah, it's in Brooklyn. Um,
I never heard of a brewery from Brooklyn.
Me
That's
neither.
interesting.
I just like the
Huh.
Save the Robot. But some people may
That's
not
dope.
really like
Yeah.
hoppy beer. But that's the good thing
Yeah.
about Sierra Nevada. They have a variety of IPAs. It's not just one. So if you're into
Yeah, for
hoppy,
sure.
you can get this one and let us know. I think it comes in the variety pack.
Even their pale ale was never like a IPA to me, right? It was always kind of like refreshing. Their pale ale was kind of like light.
Yeah,
Their bread and butter. Sierra Nevada pale ale. We've
yeah.
all seen it,
Actually,
drank
I
it.
haven't
Yeah,
had it in a while. Actually, Sierra Nevada. I
I
haven't.
haven't had it in years. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I think
I think maybe the torpedoes are good.
I've had torpedoes a few times and I like them. I believe they have the. Are they the ones that have the Nooner beer? I believe it's a Sierra Nevada that has a Nooner. Like they had a beer like specifically for like daytime drinking. It's called the Nooner. Like you can have it at like noon, like a Nooner. Like you and
Oh,
your wife, a couple beers, a
never,
Nooner.
never heard of that one.
I believe they do that one, and it's a pretty good beer. It's like drinking a Budweiser with more taste.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That
So
that sounds hard
yeah.
to do. Yeah, I mean,
That's a good point. But I grew up on Budweiser.
oh
By the
well,
way,
yeah,
do you know
that's
the
true.
acronym for Budweiser?
No, I don't.
Because you deserve what every individual should ever receive. I used to tell that people all proud of Budweiser back in the days. Now I can't do that anymore because yeah, obviously my beer taste has gone stronger within the force, and I'm proud. Thank you,
Well, there
Obi
we
Wan.
go. They got the Pale Ale, the Torpedo Extra IPA, the Fantastic Haze Imperial IPA, the
Interesting.
Thankful
Let's
Generously
talk.
IPA,
What's the Fantastic
Tropical
Haze?
Tropical Torpedo IPA. So I think that's a good selection, which is nationwide. So we can try and get people to get some Sierra Nevada, try
Mhm.
it out, and our next show will be on November 29th.
This is what 5 days after Thanksgiving. You have 2 weeks to get it. I want to try that. What was the IPA one called again? The Tropical Haze.
Uh, there's actually a few ones. Well, because the Torpedoes and IPA, the
Yeah, that's a
Fantastic
good one.
Haze Imperial
Fantastic
IPA,
Haze. That sounds good. I'll try. I'll get that one. I'll get that one.
Thankful
Mhm.
Generously Hoppy IPA, Tropical Torpedo IPA. And then you know what? I've
They
seen
have a
these all the time,
tropical
but I've never.
torpedo. Wow.
You know what? I've never even bought these, but I see them all the time. The hazy little thing, the wild little thing,
Oh yeah,
and the
yeah,
big little thing. I didn't even
yeah.
know that was Sierra Nevada.
That is. I have it down the street. My local liquor store has that one. That's a good point, Ray.
Oh,
I'm down for that.
and then and right now the seasonal beer is called Celebrate Fresh Hop IPA because that's through October through December. So
Okay.
that's this one right here.
Do tell. Did it give you like a description?
Let's see here. Oh wow, they got more specialties. Wow, porter, interesting. Oh yeah, I think that's a pretty good. I think we should definitely try it. Let's see. It's fresh hops. There's reindeer right away, so it is a 6.8
Wow, that's good
for
enough.
the season for the seasonal.
It makes more sense seasonal, a little bit more higher volume.
Looks pretty
Like if it's
dark in the
cold.
picture right here,
Yeah, I can't see
but
it.
oh no. All right, let's see. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually interested in trying some of these.
So am I. No, seriously, that's a good suggestion. I thought it was kind of
So
whack at first, but no, that sounds really good. Like Sierra
so
Nevada has been around for a long time. If you think about them, they're like like one of the first before even before Stone. Yeah.
So if anyone listening in on the broadcast or in the audience, Sarah, John, Michelle, if you'd like to join us by getting Sierra Nevada for the 29th and just giving a review, what we try and do is work out and then talk about a workout and the beer. And that's pretty much it. Have a good time and just trying to get people to be a little bit more active. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Active in your
drink some good beer
lifestyle.
at the same time.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Just release that stress the way you know how to. And as for me, I know my friend Ray can contest to this. Working out and drinking beer is how you relieve stress. It's so good for you. You need it.
You,
You guys just heard two of my kids have COVID, and I'm okay
both of
right
them?
now.
I thought only one of them did.
No, well, the daughter and
Oh,
my
that's right.
oldest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. So two of the three.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it's when you get in trouble when you abuse it, anything. So too much of anything, like you were mentioning, you were probably doing too much running and you hurt yourself, or if you do too much drinking, I mean, we all know what could happen. So
well, yeah, you're
um,
not going to be productive in running. But
it's
I
a good
forgot to
balance,
mention what you told me
you know.
about. I 100% agree with you. Even my doctor told me that I'm not supposed to take it light. I'm supposed to work out. I heard the best solution for knee problems is running more, is to not stop, like your car, right? Yeah, it's not stopping. It's continuing. But like when you feel that pain, I can't do my 10 miles, but I do three, do six, right? And so what you're saying is spot on, Ray, to what I've been researching and to even what my doctor said. My doctor's like, no, bro, come on. I talked to my doctor like, dude, I'm going through something right now where I think I may not be able to run again. He's like, no, I got your X-rays back. I'm happy to tell you this right now. You can run. So just run. Deal with it. Um, what's the verbiage? Work out your pain, like just like fill it out, fill your pain out, and keep it going. Yeah, so that was a good thing. What you said was spot on from what everything I researched and from my doctor said himself. So yeah, that's real. It's kind of cool. People would argue that don't run are in this world. They're like, oh no, your knees are shut out or you have pain because you go too hard. It's like no, but if you stop going hard, then your body's gonna shut down. You got to keep it going. Like your car, you got to turn your engine on, right? If I'm gone for a month, I'm going to ask you to start my car up every now and then, right? Got to get it
I'm,
all the gears moving. Same
I'm
thing
gonna
with the
say
body.
you keep going, but you have to repair it. You can't ignore what's hurting, and
Exactly.
and you got to use the uncommon tools that I don't even feel doctors are recommending. Monkey foot,
Talk about it. What is that?
monkey feet.
What is monkey feet?
It is basically a great way to help you work out parts that you can't really hit at the gym. And if you have lower back pain, hamstrings, there's so many different ways to use this. The other one is you got to get a slant board.
I've seen
You
the
have
slant board.
to.
I like that. Go
You
back to
have
the
to get
monkey
one.
foot. I've never seen that one.
I know
What is that
most of
thing?
these things you won't. And this last one right here, you got to get one of these. And you won't even find this at a gym. A tip bar. And those are
What
the
is
things
that?
that no one's working out. And I think that that's part of the reason why people's knees and lower back hurts because we're sitting down all day, so we're already tight. And then after that, no one we're wearing shoes, so that's already a drawback. Our feet are weaker, and we're not stretching, and so we're just tight. And then we try and work out, and then something hurts. And we're like, we're just gonna take time off, but taking time off doesn't make it stronger. You have to.
Mm,
target what's hurting you, figure out what's hurting you, and then make it stronger. Otherwise, you're just going to take more time off again because you didn't make it stronger. All you did was take time off.
exactly. That makes perfect sense, actually. So it's like, yeah, you took the time off, but you didn't develop your muscle anymore. So then you run on it again, and you damage yourself further because you didn't have the time to exercise or strengthen your muscle.
So this one's pretty easy. What you do is you have the weight on the floor, right? And then this thing goes, it's harder to do, but let's see.
Yeah.
Trying to,
What is that thing again? What did you call the
all right,
monkey? What?
monkey feet. All right.
That's a
So the
monkey
weight goes
feet.
like that, right?
Uh huh.
The weight goes like that, and then this goes on your foot.
Okay.
So then you just start going like this. And now you're hitting right here, which is really, really, this is what the difference between the guys in the NFL and the average people, that they have a strong muscle right here. And
Okay.
then the same one, you can lift your foot going this way, the opposite way. Now you're, and in the gym, you're going to have a giant pad that's just going to keep your foot from not going all the way. But with this, there is no pad. You're going to get it up all the way. And this is like, yeah, something that you won't find at the gym. If you compare paying for one of these little boots to what you pay for one of those, I think it's called like a reverse something leg extension. It's way cheaper than buying that, and this is more useful. You can do a lot more things with this, and no one's heard of it really. And it's by a company called Animal House. They
Very
actually,
cool.
they actually, I think, just sponsored one of my past guests, O from the Olympic triathlon guy I had from Nigeria on
Oh
Athletic
yeah, yeah. I
Definition.
saw that. That was one of your first ones, right?
Yeah, I just saw they sponsored him. I'm like, oh,
No
that's
way.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Very
yeah, but
cool.
a lot of people haven't heard of it. I highly recommend it, and especially for people sitting down all day. Man, this thing, the slant board, all you gotta do is just stand on it, and you're gonna feel a stretch. That, and then as you start getting used to that, there, you can take it up a notch and take it up a notch and start lengthening because we're just getting all tight.
For sure.
So I think it's been a pretty good show overall, and wanted to thank everyone for listening in. And are we going to go with Sierra Nevada, making it official here?
Oh yeah, that sounds very official. Let's get everybody involved. We'll send it through via Instagram, Facebook, everything we have to do. Get you here in Nevada in 2 weeks and join us.
So there it is, November 29th, 8 p.m. Pacific time zone. We will be reviewing Sierra Nevada. You can get any type of Sierra Nevada you want, work out, come up, let us know how your workout was and what you think of the beer. And thank you so much for joining another episode of Drunks with Ty and me, Coach Ray Z. Thank you everyone for joining in and have a good night.
Peace out, guys. See you in the green room.